What is up, Ravens Flock? Huge shout out for your support for the 410 Sports Talk. James and Glenn are the best in the business. They're killing it right now. They love talking Raven talk. Make sure you go subscribe to their channel. Let's go Ravens. Big trust.
What is up, everybody? James Haskell with 410 Sports Talk, riding solo on this one. In the next few episodes, had the awesome opportunity on Saturday to meet up with a local sport agency and a few of their athletes, Reliance Sports Agency here out of Baltimore. They had a media day, and we had the awesome opportunity I had the awesome opportunity to interview a few of their athletes, some offensive linemen, some corners, guys that are going in the mid round of the draft. Some athletes from other sports, basketball, track, and things like that. So I've taken the opportunity to post a few of these videos here as they're local athletes to the DMV. It was really fun, learned a lot, really insightful. Some friends of Lamar on the show, as you'll see, some guys giving some good insight from an offensive line perspective about what's so fun about the Baltimore Ravens, offensive scheme and things like that from their position. So much more about what they make these guys tick, what their goals are moving forward. So go ahead and check it out. Also, make sure to follow them on Instagram, anywhere else they have their social media presence, and then check out Reliance Sports Agency. Shout out to them for allowing us to join them on their media day. Enjoy the videos, and we'll talk to you guys in the next episode. Hey guys, welcome into another episode of 410 Sports Talk. I'm James Haskell, along with my new friend and guest in the show, Tyran, who is a guard at Old Dominion. And we're excited to get into it, looking to get to the NFL draft. What we want to know about is who you are as the person, and then who you are as the athlete, right? I think that's important. Obviously, we're here with Reliance Sports, and looking forward to learning about who you are in all different types of ways. So, Tyran, talk to us about where you're from, what got you into football.
So I'm from Watkins, Virginia. Really small town, very small population. One road in, one road out. Very rural area. Small, close-knit community, close family. So very family-oriented. Mom, dad, sister, brothers. What really got me into football? Very funny story. My 8th grade year, middle school, I was trying out for the JV team. This is when two-a-days were still a thing. I went out there for about 2 weeks and I quit. I had custom cleats. I was ready for the season, everything. I quit. Didn't like it. Couldn't stand it. God knows what I wanted to be at that point. And my friends who were playing, they would come in every morning after the JV games were on Thursdays. They'd come in and they're talking about the game and everybody's like all hype and I'm just like feeling out of the mix. The following year, we get a new coaching staff, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go back and try out, just for the sake of being in the loop, being able to have something to share with my friends.
Right, you hang with your friends and things like
that. Exactly. And that first year, I was dressing with both JV and varsity. Started talking to different colleges, Cincinnati. A couple of other different schools.
And this was your sophomore year?
Yeah.
All right, so this is my real question. I got to interrupt.
Yeah.
There had to have been a growth spurt between your freshman and sophomore year, right?
Oh, definitely.
I'm sure that didn't hurt either, right? Like,
right.
You guys are probably noticing the size difference here. It's a bit apparent. But I'm guessing you came back sophomore year and you were like, all right, so maybe I can do this a little more, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I would say I was taller. I was always taller than everyone.
Sure.
I would say in between my freshman and like junior year, I definitely hit a major growth spurt. Going to my sophomore year. My junior season of basketball, I actually didn't play for the sake of trying to put on more weight and grow stronger for football.
Right.
Because I knew that was going to be my ultimate path. And it definitely worked out. I would say in that span of time, I wish I could like show you the growth chart, but it's through the roof. And I mean, it's very weird because if you see me standing beside my family, you're like, where did this height come from? But ultimately, it's a blessing in disguise by the.
Oh, no disguise. It's just a blessing.
Right.
Exactly. That's awesome. One of the things I was going to ask you is, was there a change? Like, when did the passion for it, right? Like, it sounds like your sophomore year, you felt like, all right, physically I can dominate this, right? But, like, when did the passion for football become a thing?
So I think my love for the game has always been there. But it wasn't until that I got to college, my first 2 years at University of Maryland was when I really fell in love with the grind. Being a top like ranked recruit out of your state, out of your area, you get caught up in a lot of the fame, like the flashiness of it. But when you get to college, it's like starting from square one again. Like you're around everybody who was the guy, the man of their school, their city. So it's like you go from offense, defense, special teams to like like I have to hold the bag now, like like I'm on a scout team, like and just learning how the game goes and like to a whole magnitude, a whole different level, seeing different competition, seeing some of the guys who are in the league, going against some of the guys who are in the league now. It's a humbling experience, but it also plays a huge role in who I am today and like some of the things that I go about.
Right. No, I think that's really cool that you found passion for the game in the grind, because I'm sure it also goes the other way for people that are like really talented, but they just play because it's easy, right? But then when it gets hard, they're like, it probably isn't for me, right? But it sounds like it was the opposite for you, where you're like, going through the day-to-day is what really made that fire burn more and more and more, right? Definitely. So you're going into your last year of college at this point. What are your goals this year for your team? But more than anything, it's you and I. So I want to know individually, like, what are your goals as a player this year?
I would say my biggest thing is exposure.
Okay.
Being at a smaller school, I feel like a lot of guys, even besides me, it's a lot of talented guys on our team, and in our area, really, that get overlooked just because of it's the spectrum, and I think exposure is one of my biggest things, showing the scouts that I deserve to be in the NFL, you know what I mean? And I'm sure a lot of people notice that, I'm sure a lot of scouts realize that, but just put my best foot forward, continue to progress. Complacency is the thing that a lot of people at this point in their career get used to, but I'm always growing, always trying to, develop, and that's the name of the game, honestly. But I have big personal aspirations, a lot of goals, numbers-wise, but it's going to be a good year.
That's awesome. So I just have two more questions for you.
Okay.
So the Ravens know a bit about, this is ultimately majority Baltimore Ravens, but we know a bit about our offensive guards.
Yeah.
One of the best of all time in Marshall Yanda, right?
Yeah.
And some of the things synonymous with him would be relentless, physical, bit of a bully out there, right? Like strong. What type of words describe your game as an offensive lineman?
So for me, I would say some of those same descriptions. I would say I'm very much relentless, hardworking. I will get the job done by any means.
Love it.
I've always been that way with everything I do. It's funny that you mentioned I definitely model my game to a certain extent. He does a great job getting to the second level. I think that is one of the biggest aspects of the game that you can have. That's one of the biggest aspects of the Baltimore Ravens strategy that they do, which is why I love their offense. So
as O-lineman, the offense has got to be fun, right?
It looks so fun. Yeah, for sure.
No, I think that's awesome. The last question I'll leave you with is really around. We talked about what you're doing this season and what your plans are for moving to the NFL. What is it that you do that sets you apart when no one is watching?
My biggest thing is I always try to lead by example. I'm always trying to grow as a person, like beyond on the field. I'm always trying to learn. I'm always trying to grow. I'm always trying to be the best person I can be. It's just certain characteristics that I've inherited from my family, like just the people who've been in and out of my life. That really made me the person I am today. So really, I just try to be the best person I can be, no matter who's watching.
Well, certainly simple, but also profound. Look, Baltimore Ravens aren't scared of small school guys. Baltimore Ravens clock him because I saw this guy walking in. I didn't think he was going to fit through the door. I'm going to be honest with you. So appreciate it, guys. 410 Sports Talk out. So great to meet you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.